Hi, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about infrared photography, more specifically infrared photography for film. This video is not going to be about digital infrared at all. I have no experience shooting infrared with digital. So if any of you do have experience with digital infrared, please, I would love to hear from you. If you know of any videos, or if you would like to put together a video talking about your experiences with digital infrared, I'd love to see that. I'd love to learn more. So again, this particular video is going to be all about my experiences with infrared photography for film. Basically, it's a lot of trial and error. I had to play around a lot with various settings on my camera before I actually started to get results that I was really happy with. And also, I will say that most of the infrared photography I've done has been in broad daylight on nice, clear, sunny days. I haven't experimented too much with days where the lighting was more subdued or where it was a cloudy day. It's typically been on bright, sunny days, and those are the days where I tend to get the best results. And also, I'll mention too, most of my infrared photography has been with landscapes and taking pictures of foliage. That's where you tend to get the most interesting results with infrared. Okay, so as I mentioned, it took me a while to figure out the most ideal settings for infrared. What I did find, if I put my settings, the shutter speed, I get the best results when it's around 1/8 of a second. If I put it on 1/8, and also my f-stop, I find I get the best results with f11. Again, this is on a bright, sunny day. And from what I've read, you don't want to fiddle around too much with your f-stop setting. Basically, you're going to get the best results if you set it and then don't touch it. Don't mess around with it too much. Again, there are exceptions. If you're shooting on a bright sunny day and all of a sudden the sun goes behind some clouds and the lighting gets a bit more subdued, you may want to open up your f-stop a little bit, but basically you're going to get the best results if you just set it and leave it. Don't mess around with it too much. So again, shutter speed of 1/8 of a second and the f-stop around f11. Another key thing about infrared photography is the filter. This is absolutely essential. If you're shooting infrared with film, you have to have the right filter. What you see in the photo here is a infrared filter. It's a IR 720 filter. And that's basically a measurement, 720 nm, which you can see on the side of the packaging. That refers to the opaqueness of the filter. As you can see, the filter is very, very dark. It's very opaque. And quite frankly, when you put it on the front of the filter and you look through the viewfinder, it's basically like trying to look through a lens cap. It's very, very dark. And you may be wondering, well, if I can't see anything, how am I supposed to shoot with it? There is a trick to it. There's a couple of ways you can approach it. When you put the filter on, basically, if you want to, you can put your camera on a tripod, frame up the photo, get it in focus, and then put the filter on and take your shot. Or what I've also tried to do is put the filter on, put the camera up to my face and estimate. Or what I might do is put the camera up to my face, frame the shot with holding the camera in one hand, and then use my other hand to bring the filter up and put it on the front of the camera, on the lens, being very careful not to move while I'm putting the filter on. But again, the filter is absolutely essential. It enables only infrared light or infrared rays to get to the film, and that's where you get that really cool infrared effect. And basically that's it. Once you've got your filter, once you've got the correct settings on your camera, you're pretty much good to go. I will tell you, in terms of filters, make sure you have the right one and check the specifications for your infrared film. It should tell you somewhere on the packaging or maybe even somewhere on the manufacturer website it should tell you what filter is best to use with that film. And again, through trial and error, I basically discovered that with the film I use, the 720nm filter is the best one. You can, believe it or not, get filters that are even more opaque and more dark. I also have another filter that is 760nm, which is even darker. But you have to be careful to get the right filter that complements the film that you use. And on the subject of film, I tend to use Rollei 400S infrared film. That's the one I've had the most luck with. It's the one I've enjoyed using the most, and really it gives some very cool results. I've also used the Ilford SFX film, which is a fun film. I've tried it a few times. It's not really a true infrared film. You can get some neat results, some interesting results, but I find the infrared effect is really not that dramatic. Maybe some of you have tried it, maybe some of you have had better luck with it. I don't really find it's a really true infrared film. It doesn't really give very dramatic effects. Maybe that's because I wasn't using a strong enough filter. I don't know. But basically for me, I would stick to the Rollei 400X or something similar to that. So anyway, that's infrared. Very soon in this video, you're going to see some examples of some shots that I took using infrared film. It's a lot of fun. I absolutely love it. It gives a very, very cool result. And again, the key thing is to play with it, experiment with it, and just have fun and see what you can come up with. Also, most people will tell you when you're loading infrared film into your camera, you should do it in very subdued lighting. That tends to be the way with any film, but especially with infrared. You want to be very careful. You should load it in very, very subdued lighting. So that's it. That's my experience with infrared film. Go out, give it a try. I'm sure you're going to like the results. Thank you for watching, and happy shooting.